Good evening. So my name is Daisy from RBC. I'm the mortgage specialist with RBC for more than 12 years. If you buy a condo, pre-construction property, so when to start the mortgage application? Here's the situation in Toronto. So clients purchased the condo like 3-4 years ago. We had a story here. So the client bought a property at $800,000. So they applied the mortgage now and got the appraised value at $600,000 with another bank. So they can't afford the down payment. So they can only pay 20% of $800,000. So, and then they reach out to me, and then eventually this project is an RBC site. So we have contract or agreement with the builder. We guarantee the appraised value as of the purchase value. So we use the blanket assessment instead of sending an appraiser to the site. So eventually we got the client and 80% of the purchase value of $800,000. So I'll suggest you to get a mortgage approval. Also, the builder requests that as well, right after the signing the contract. So just reach out to your bank to get the approval. We have the interest rate cap as well. So I got the client a mortgage 3-4 years ago. We kept the rate up for 4 years. So, and then it's up for closing. We honor the builder rate at 3% or 2% back to that time. So we actually have the builder rate cap up to 4 years. We guarantee the approval pretty much forever. Technically, so we can only set up the closing date up to 4 years, but we can reset the closing date after it's expired. So we can reset for another 4 years. It's a firm mortgage approval. We don't check your credit before closing, and we don't verify your employment income anymore. If your closing is after a few years, and then the rate is very low, so you can choose whichever is better. So builder rate or the market rate. Do you know how many units banks allow for residential mortgages? So majority banks will offer residential mortgage up to 4 units. But RBC will do 5 and 6. We are the only bank. If you buy a triplex, and then eventually you want to convert into a 4 units, and then maybe after a few years you want to build a Linkway house or garden house, so that will become 5 units. Then RBC can still do the mortgage on those type of properties. We had a success story from Matthew's client. So there's a girl, so she has no enough income to qualify for her pre-construction property. So what we can do is we add the father into the application, because the father has very strong income to qualify for the mortgage. This is now called guarantor. So it's different between guarantor and applicants. So guarantor has to be spouses. So only spouses can be a guarantor. What we can do is father is not on title. So just a co-applicant, we don't call it guarantor, we call it co-applicant, but not on title. So the best for this scenario is actually in December. So CMHC makes lots of changes. So in December, if you do refinance, you don't have to go through the stress test. So what's the stress test is, for example, the current rate is 4%, you have to add 2% on top to qualify for the client. So if they can still afford the mortgage at the interest rate of 6% instead of the actual rate.